Excellencies, heads of state and government, and first ladies, honorable ministers, heads of delegation, among us, happy to have Mr. Haulin Zhao, Secretary General of ITU, Ms. Irina Bokova, Director General of UNESCO, Ms. Phumzile, Executive Director of UN Women, mayors of cities from across Africa, leaders in industry, business, technology, entrepreneurship, innovation, Dr. Amadou Toure, Executive Director of Smart Africa Initiative, or Smart Africa Alliance. Dear brothers and sisters, I want to, among others, once again, welcome you to Kigali. Many of you are regular visitors, while some are here for the first time. We are delighted to have all of you with us. I hope you'll get the most from this summit, and also a chance, if you will, to spend some time exploring our country and meeting our people. Let me thank the members of the Smart Africa Alliance, now comprising 18 member states, for their commitment to Africa's digital transformation agenda. The private sector and university partners are an essential part as well of this effort, and I welcome them and thank them for their support and their engagement is really appreciated. I would like once again to thank Dr. Amadou Toure for his leadership of the Smart Africa Alliance, in particular for building strong partnerships between the governments and the private sector. I thank Secretary General of ITU, Haulin Zhao, for the support given to this Africa transformation agenda. Without his support, the meaning attached to this transformation effort would not be fully realized. And as I said, the Director General of UNESCO also has been very central to this. The head of UN Women, most welcome, and thank you for your support. This summit focuses on smart cities for good reason. Africa currently has the world's fastest growing cities, but even so, Africa remains the least urbanized continent. Taken together, these facts tell us two things. First, Africa is not as prosperous as it should be because our cities are too small and disconnected. Second, this situation is changing rapidly, and Africa looks to emerge as one of the planet's great centers of growth, innovation, and opportunity in the generations ahead. However, we cannot take this trend for granted. This puts the urgency and relevance of the Smart Africa agenda into its proper context. The word smart is really about leveraging digital technologies to narrow the gap between the high-quality services we need and those we can afford, and to do so quickly. We can work together to put technology in the hands of the citizens of our continent in order to build inclusive and sustainable places to live. Our future well-being depends on how well we respond to these challenges right now. Let me remind all of us about a few key priorities. First, Africa has to be connected, and why not at the highest possible speeds. At first glance, the figures appear low. Only 20% of Africans have internet access, and there are only 3 years left to meet the Broadband Commission's target of 50%. However, this must be regarded as an opportunity for stronger public-private collaboration. In Rwanda, for example, our partnership with Korea Telecom has already served to speed up our progress toward the broadband target. Second, we must deliver on technology's promise to bridge divides rather than deepen them. That begins with the digital gender divide. So long as women and girls are lagging behind, then we are not on the right track. Access to technology and information must also not distinguish between rich and poor, or between urban and rural areas. If technology is entrenching divides rather than equalizing opportunity, then we are not harnessing it well. And there will be surely negative consequences to follow from that. we have to make sure and make use of the combined talent, know-how, resources, and the decision-making power gathered here to open up new pathways of productivity and inclusive growth for our continent's rapidly expanding cities. Technology is a powerful framework for bringing diverse stakeholders together to define challenges and find solutions as we see in this room. Transforming Africa, after all, means transforming Africans by enabling a practical mindset of problem solving and discovery. The focus on people is the starting point around which we can build everything else, including the infrastructure and systems required. This goal can only be achieved by all actors working together, with the private sector taking the lead and governments fostering a conducive environment for innovation and investment. The Smart Cities framework launched today should serve as a catalyst to fast forward our plans. Our role is to continue to push for speedy implementation. Africans have the willingness to work and the talent to succeed. We need to make sure they acquire the knowledge and attitudes to be competitive.